everybody, how's it going? Today, I bring you one rather special and unique treat. Here we have the 1988 Lamborghini Countach 5000 Quattrovalvole. And this is going to be a full, in-depth tour of the Countach. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, and show you a bunch of the features on the interior as well as exterior. And today, I'm at Lamborghini Carolinas in Greensboro, North Carolina. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and start it up, let it run. It's a red exterior with black leather interior. Went ahead and put the other door up to block out some of that sun glare. The Countach comes with an unassisted mechanical rack and pinion steering system with a 13-meter turning radius. Comes with a ZF 5-speed manual transmission and a gated shift housing. Hard, strong shifts with reverse up here. You also have a manual lockout here, so if you're power driving, you don't accidentally throw the car up in reverse as you go through the gears. Leather shift knob, aluminum shaft. The Countach, as well as other Lamborghinis back in the day, were basically no-frill vehicles, based solely on looks and awesome performance. The interior is just basic comfort and amenities like the electronic climate control, a basic radio, which this one has been affixed with a newer, more modern CD player. And you'll definitely see what I mean as I go through the video. You have a low raked roof line, small window in the rear, split level window with only the bottom portion able to move, all manual, and brake located down below. Up here you have your electronic climate control system with your different zones, temperature, recycling, as well as various fan speeds, and defrost. And also, your lighting controls, including your hazards, fog lights, headlamps, and parking lamps. Also, lock and unlock, lighter and power outlet. Manually dimming rear view mirror, as well as a little bit of storage in there. Turn signal. And your door handle is located up under here. Your horn isn't actually located on the steering wheel itself. It's actually on the turn signal stall. Just push it in. So let's go ahead and check out the exterior, shall we? Your traditional pop-up halogen headlamps. Integrated fog lamps down below. Countach consists of round-section steel tubular space frame with fiberglass floor panels. It also has all aluminum panels with molded fiberglass wheel arch extenders and front spoilers. Also, high-strength Kevlar was used for the front and rear hoods, and with your optional rear spoiler, which many people attribute to the Countach. It has unequal length, double wishbone front suspension with coil springs, telescopic dampers, as well as anti-roll bars. And for the rear, upper lateral link and radius arm, lower reversed wishbone and radius arm, dual coil spring telescopic dampers on each side, as well as the anti-roll bars. As far as the braking system on the Countach, it consists of dual independent hydraulic brakes with boosters, brake regulators on the rear axle, ventilated discs, and 4-piston brake calipers. Also standard on the Countach are your 15-inch aluminum alloy OZ wheels, and a set of 15-inch in the back with a little bit of deep dish offset. The Countach was first debuted in concept form in 1971 and was soon followed after in 1974 with the first commercially produced production model. It featured some of the most original designs, striking not only to Lamborghini but many other sports car makers back in the day. It also features two side-mounted horizontal flow water radiators with two electric fans for increased cooling. At a height of just over 40 inches and an overall length of around 160 inches, the Countach is basically composed of sharply angled flat panels that run across the frame of the car. Fantastic curves and almost pretty much all angles. The front of the car shaped like a wedge. It actually set the stage for many of the designs for Lamborghini's future cars over the next 2 decades. Go ahead and pop the engine cover. The 1988 Lamborghini Countach came with a 5.2-liter dual overhead cam, fuel-injected 48-valve V12. Produces 455 brake horsepower at 7,000 RPM and 369 foot-pounds of torque at 5,200 RPM. Earlier Countaches, as well as the non-US spec cars, came with 6 double-barrel Weber 44 downdraft carburetors. This particular one, as I mentioned earlier, has the Bosch KE Jetronic fuel injection system. The vehicle weighs around 3,456 pounds. As I mentioned earlier, it is rear-wheel drive with a 0 to 60 time of around 5 seconds and a top speed of around 183 miles an hour at 5th gear at 7,300 RPM. As far as the interior, it's all leather wrapped with leather padded entry guards and speaker covers. Manually adjusting racing style seats with perforated leather. With thick side bolstering to hold you in around those tight curves. The steering wheel is also manually telescoping. Also, just like the exterior, the interior features sharp angular lines with your leather stitching going across the entire dash. Leather padded door panel with modest storage, mirror adjustment, and your door locks. And your manual locking. legendary sound. And we're going to shut her up. You can see a little bit better with the door closed on the inside. Full comprehensive gauge cluster with your fuel, temperature, your tachometer, oil pressure, your speedometer, oil temperature, and your voltometer. And your heads-up display for any warning lights or indication of your headlights being on. Wiper controls. Alrighty. We're going to shut her down. And we're going to check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? Up in the front, you have your battery, as well as various fluid reservoirs. It's the amplifier for the vehicle's radio. Fuel cap. The scissor doors actually come quite in handy, being that the doors are so long, getting in and out of parking spaces and things like that. Definitely takes up a lot less room. You also have your leather padded entry guard here. Same fashion as the other side, with your deep dish bucket seating. Flowing center console. Kenwood alarm system affixed to the vehicle. Flat dash. You can also see your leather stitching over here. The Countach is definitely built more for looks rather than practicality. I'm about 5'10" or so, my head is just barely touching the ceiling, and the windows, as you saw earlier, Only rolled down just enough to get a nice little breeze in. But what it is definitely built for is outrageous performance with stunning styling, looking like nothing else in the market back in the day. Definitely setting itself out apart from the competition. A true Italian supercar classic.